nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night, December 14th, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Yahoo!
That's right, folks. Another wacky Thursday night to talk about all the brilliant moments and matches and segments and brilliant historical milestones that happened in the world of professional wrestling. And guiding you in this journey is me, your host. I'm Jose Casabona. I am also the host of the Ravens Flock, and I am the founder, the executive producer, and content manager of this channel. And on behalf of everyone on this channel, we appreciate you all tuning in right now. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Wrewind, Demand Puts It Demand Hours Brand, and all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week. Actually, no, I don't have any clever jokes this time. Mr. Juan Arouse.
Thank you for that introduction, Jose. Thank you for running out of jokes, and don't you ever forget the mister.
All right, and much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/theravensflock and kick.com/theravensflock. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our content. Leave your questions and comments below, and we will answer as many as we can while we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, whether it be YouTube or Kick, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have exclusive access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you have stepped up and joined us in the front lines. You have become our personal teams of Power Rangers in order to help save the Ravens Flock from the shackles of late-stage capitalism by becoming full-time YouTubers, by becoming full-time employees of you, of ourselves, not of any other corporation, not of any other soul-sucking 9-to-5 job, but for something that we actually are passionate about and believe in, doing this content and creating this content for you guys. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite Motley Crue nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hello there, Matthew Coburn, Nikki Bella, and Mr. Geek Me Out. He's asking, what do we think of the Iron Claw movie? We haven't seen it yet. It looks cool. It looks interesting. But
we'll check it out when we get the chance.
And Jose, please, for the love of goodness gracious, tell these folks exactly what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind.
Well, here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. So, folks, listen up. We're only 2 weeks away from the finale of 2023. We're wrapping up this year, folks, and as we're going into the new year. And the WWE has already wrapped up their final pay-per-view event of NXT Deadline. More on that in just a bit. And we're 2 weeks away, not just from the new year, but also for AEW's final pay-per-view event called World's End, which will be on, I believe, Saturday, December 30th. At the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island, New York. Yeah, it's cray-cray. I know, man. Nassau Coliseum of all places. And, of course, Impact Wrestling has also wrapped up their pay-per-view event, Final Resolution, as they're gearing things for their rebranding next year into TNA, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling.
Unbelievable, man.
Hells yeah. Hells yeah. But before we get into this week's review, we're going to start things off by reviewing the main event of NXT Deadline. Juan, ring that bell.
Don't mind if I do. Where is it? There it is.
All right. So, this year's NXT Deadline took place over in Bridgeport, Connecticut, the home state of the multi-time WWE World Champion and now running things in creative for WWE, the cerebral assassin, Triple H.
God damn, son.
And it's also the home state of one of WWE's third generational promoters, Mr. Vim. Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? I think we can
Shane and Stephanie McMahon. There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, there. Good save, Juancho. Yeah. Let's just omit that one piece of history I was about to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So, NXT Deadline was home to the main event, which is Ilya Dragunov, the Russian Dragon, taking on Baron Corbin, the burner of ships, the ship incinerator. There we go. because the Lord knows he can't find a monikers to latch onto and keep for a while.
Dear Lord, he's the worst.
Yep, these two are competing for the NXT Championship. Now, I don't have a picture, unfortunately, but Baron Corbin actually came out to some really interesting entrance. He had a Titantron entrance that had the lettering similar to the lettering of the Hellboy comics, and he also came out in like this really low budget Hellboy tribute costume. Like he came down to the ring in a motorcycle, and he was wearing a dark red trench coat, and his right hand is taped red.
Seriously?
Yeah. Let it be known that Baron Corbin is a fan of Hellboy. I mean, I am too, but come on, man. Even I would put some more effort into my costume.
Are you sure, Jose? You sure about that? I've seen some of your costume work.
Don't underestimate me, Juan.
I'll underestimate you all the live long day. I don't give a damn. It's part of my job to underestimate you. It's in my contract.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I surprise you.
Exactly. That's also part of the contract.
All right. So anyways, this match was personal. It was vicious. It was emotional. For weeks, Baron Corbin has crossed too many lines with Ilya Dragunov, calling him out for being selfish, calling him out for not caring too much about his family. And that didn't sit well for the Mad Dragon. He was
Even though, what the hell is up with you, crapping down on Ilya Dragunov? You have a whole bar / study room with those gigantic glass cups for sipping brandy out of in your house.
I know! That guy's made, man!
Yeah, what the hell are you complaining about, Corbin? You're the worst!
But anyhow, so everything was... So these guys are ready to settle the score. It's another David and Goliath encounter, and... Yeah, no, this was pretty freaking brutal. Early on, Ilya Dragunov tried to get some early offense on Baron Corbin, and then as we get later into the match, they brawled at ringside. Baron Corbin was able to use his underhanded tactics to reverse things around the defending champion. And then as the match continued on, Baron Corbin pretty much had the Mad Dragon tamed, or so he thought.
Oh no!
Oh yes, Ilya Dragunov was able to mount a comeback. He was trying to go for the Torpedo Moscow, but then Baron Corbin was actually intercepted it and turned it into a deep 6 power slam, only to get a 2 count.
Ow!
Yeah, I know. Ow, indeed. And then as we get later into the match, more back and forth action. Baron Corbin tried to hit Ilya Dragunov with the End of Days, but Dragunov was able to kick out after 2. And then in the final moments of the match, at a show of incredible strength and power from the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov hoisted Baron Corbin and laid him out with a power bomb.
Jesus Christ, man. Okay, you gotta understand. Baron Corbin is 6'8". Ilya Dragunov is 5'10". He's an inch shorter than me. For crying out loud. That sort of size difference is immense.
Absolutely. He lays him out with a powerbomb, dropping the forearm right onto Baron Corbin to pin and retain. Your winner, and finishing off 2023 as NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov.
Very nice. Very nicely done. Of course, that wasn't the end of the story right there, because just as NXT Deadline was capping off,
no. Not well. Yeah, as NXT Deadline was capping off, out came Trick Williams, the winner of this year's Iron Survivor Challenge, and he's already set his sights on the NXT title. But before the show closed off, Carmelo Hayes was like right behind Trick Williams, and it looks like he was about to jump him.
He was slinking behind Trick Williams is what he was doing. He was acting super sus. All right?
Bro, you might as well be carrying a giant foam sticker pointing at yourself saying, "It was me. I did it."
Careful. You know I have that gif.
Now, with that being said, the NXT Deadline pay-per-view was awesome.
You know I have this gif.
Oh God, no.
I
said I was trying to omit him from history. Why would you bring him into the fold?
You can't erase me that easily, pal.
All right, Vince McMahon douchebaggery aside, NXT Deadline was definitely a fun pay-per-view event. This is the first time actually where me and Juan actually sat down and got to check out the Iron Survivor Challenge, and so we could understand the match concept. And honestly, give WWE credit, the match concept lands.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. It's different. I don't know how well it would work in a main event roster, but it's definitely interesting and it's different and it works.
Absolutely. NXT, while it's a home for developmental talent, it's also the home of innovation. And much like War Games that it transitioned over to Survivor Series, thank you Trips, thank you Triple H. I could see the Iron Survivor Challenge playing a role in a pay-per-view and down the road. But overall, great success, great work for NXT. But of course, as entertaining as the main event was, the one major thing that the WWE fans are going to be talking about for a while is the opening segment featuring WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels and the newly returned CM Punk.
Yay! CM Punk! CM Punk! Bret Hart hoodie in front of HBK. Woo!
Okay, I know there are fans that are just exhausted. They're tired of talking about CM Punk because it's been the ongoing subject for too long. Why? Because
it's what they wanted, isn't it? All these motherfuckers are getting the chance to shit about CM Punk all the live long day. CM Punk makes people money.
Yes.
But now they're tired of talking about him? Is that what's happening? Oh, really? Oh, boo fuckity who. Yeah, go ahead and say that this is the last time you're going to talk about Punk, and then 2 hours later, make another 5-hour-long essay about why CM Punk is a cancer. Go right ahead. I dare you. I double dog dare you, motherfucker. Go ahead.
I'm definitely not tired of talking about CM Punk.
That's because A's smart.
Thank you. That being said, it was a great opening segment. CM Punk and Shawn Michaels had a chance to, laugh off, goof off a little bit. And yeah, Shawn took a little bit of an exception to Punk's choice of WWE merch.
Oh, no. That's Bret Hart indie merch.
Bret Hart indie merch. Yeah, I know, right? like, buddy, if you're going to buy a Bret Hart shirt, at least get it from the WWE shop.
Nah, I'm good.
But that being said, Punk got on the mic, spoke to the fans, and yeah, at the time, he was a free agent. He was teasing who he was going to sign with. Is he going to be on Raw? Is he going to be on SmackDown? Or is NXT going to gain a new superstar called...
Wait, hold on. There we go. CM Punk! CM Punk! Taking selfie with the boss!
Now... Eventually, Punk ended up signing up for Raw and jump-started the storyline rivalry with WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. But there might be a little bit more to CM Punk being involved with NXT, which we will talk about this Saturday night on the Ravens Flock.
Indeed, we will. Holy hot diggity damn!
So, Juan, what did you think about the segment with Punk and Michaels?
I liked it. It was obvious that these guys were actually trying to come up with fix a promo that they were supposed to have, but they freaking forgot. So they just winged it. Or wung it. Wing it, right? Winged it?
Hey man, if you're a master of the game, improving will come
second nature to you.
Second nature to you, right?
Also, Sound Mind is in the chat. Hey up there, Sound Mind. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. They're asking, Punk's first match in the WWE is going to be a live event?
That's right. On Saturday, December 30th, CM Punk will be competing in a WWE live event, and he's going one-on-one against Dominic Mysterio.
Right?
Hells yeah.
What?
It's
really?
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be great. I mean,
that is so weird. But you know what? I'm not gonna knock it. If he's like, no, I wanna be chill about this. I'm gonna do it in front of a smaller crowd, or in this case, a regular size AEW crowd. I'm gonna go ahead and do this and see what I can do and get out of Dominic. And it makes sense, grizzled young veteran versus what's his face? A kid who's still wet behind the ears, getting his licks in. It would be a good education match between the both of them. Saying okay, how am I going to pair up against Dominic in the future? What's he got? What's he got? Does he have what it takes? And for Dominic, it's okay, what can I learn from this, and what can we do to have a little fun here as well? And what can we do with what Punk is able to do in the ring? So, okay, fine, fuck it.
Absolutely. And on top of that, Punk has already announced that he will be competing in the 2024 WWE's Royal Rumble match. Yay! If he wins, he will get what he's wanted for years, and that is to main event WrestleMania.
Find a freaking Lee, right?
Hells yeah.
God almighty, this guy.
But that's something that we're going to have to discover later on as we go into 2024. But right now, let's go ahead and get into the this week's edition of NXT, the fallout from NXT Deadline.
All right, so like we did mention how at the end of the day, at the end of NXT Deadline, Ilya Dragunov was faced down by the new number one contender in the name of Trick Williams, along with Carmelo Hayes slinking behind him.
Absolutely.
Also, Lisa Boo's in the chat. Hey, up there, Lisa Boo.
Hey, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. And Sound My Ass. Are we going to the Royal Rumble?
I wish.
I
God.
saw the ticket prices for the Royal Rumble, and let's just say it's a little too much for me, man.
It's like it's right. It's just expensive enough for us to have to sacrifice all of our conventions of next year to be able to afford a ticket.
Yeah,
it's that crazy. But that's us. You know, we're broke. So what do
yeah. But we will watch the Royal Rumble nonetheless, and it will be a fun time for everyone. Now, let's go ahead and start things off. So, NXT starts off with an opening segment featuring, first of all the way to the far right is one of CM Punk's adopted children, Cora Jade, who has made...
Adopted children, thank you.
Cora Jade made her return at NXT Deadline, attacking Lyra Valkyria from behind, the champion from behind after the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge that was won by the woman all the way to the left, Blair Davenport.
So, yeah, this was awkward.
Yeah, I know. Cora Jade, she played off as the heel character. She's been away from NXT for months now, and she's setting her sights on winning the NXT Women's title. And Lyra Valkyria came down to the ring, then followed by Blair Davenport, and we got like a three-way promo segment between the ladies. And Blair Davenport and Cora Jade. It looks like the champion Lyra Valkyria was gonna be on the receiving end of a 2-on-1 beatdown. But wait, because we do love to surprise. WWE likes to surprise us. The segment gets interrupted by the returning Nikita Lyons.
Oh God, yes, the booty baby, yes.
Nikita,
kick the shit out of me, Nikita Lyons. Freaking do a split-legged moonsault and crush my skull.
Nikita Lyons actually returned last week on NXT, attacking Blair Davenport.
I'm not a masochist.
Nikita Lyons returned last week on NXT, attacking Blair Davenport, giving her much needed receipt. But she wasn't done with Blair yet. She joined into the fray, and the entire opening segment broke out into a huge, you guessed it, a Pier 6 brawl.
Yay! Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Pier 6 brawl! Woohoo!
But there were four ladies, so Pier 4 brawl?
Hold on, no. I guess that's kind of how that works out. I just need to figure something out over here. Let's see. I just need
Hang on,
to.
man, what are you doing?
I think you know what I'm doing over here, Jose. You know what the hell I'm gonna be doing.
Oh,
yes, you
damn
do.
it!
Yes, you know, Jose. You know exactly what I'm doing, and it's high time that I get this to work for me for once in my blasted life. Instead of me doing the job on my own, I'm gonna. Yeah, perfect. Holy God. This one is perfect. I'll use it and I don't give a damn.
God.
You can't stop me. I'm the one behind the keyboard, Jose. I'm the one who knocks, Jose. You can't make me stop, Jose. God almighty.
I swear, man. I think I have a bad influence on Juan sometimes.
Yes, you do. You have a very bad influence on me. God almighty. Okay, so what did these ladies end up agreeing to? By all means, Jose, please tell the world.
Eventually, the ladies all agreed to, you guessed it, a tag team match, playa!
And that's when I get to break this beauty out. So, haha, take that, Jose. Ha! Holla, holla!
Holla, holla, indeed. Just to give you a spoiler, because it's not on my thing for the review, but yeah, spoiler alert, Cora Jade and Blair Davenport ended up winning that tag match.
Why would you not include that as part of the review for the show?
Because the NXT North American Championship Open Challenge match was far more engaging. By the way, we have a new NXT North American champion.
Oh yeah, that's right. Dirty Dom ain't the champion anymore. So we've got So I guess that leads us to the next segment, Jose?
That leads us to the next segment, the exciting match. Wiping away, as NXT wipes their hands clean from the evil clutches of the Judgment Day, the newly crowned NXT North American Champion, Dragon Lee, opens back up the North American title open challenge, and his first competitor is none other than the triple crown NXT UK champion himself, Big Strong Boy, Tyler Bate.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, okay. We got some mighty good action going on here. We got the Big Strong Boy versus Lucha Libre, Dragon Lee. Okay, tell me how this match goes. Come on.
All right.
Also, real quick, in the chat, Soundmind is saying, Braun Breaker is a blessed man, and
he better be
thick and agile Nikita Lyons.
They're facing the Undertaker. No. They were in a tag match. The ladies would not last long against the Undertaker. No disrespect. But that being said, Tyler Bate versus Dragon Lee, an absolute clinic of a wrestling match. The fans at the Capitol Wrestling Center got a chance to enjoy this performance. Lucha Libre meets European strong style wrestling. A great combination, great mixings for an incredible slobber knocker, as Jim Ross would say. These two started off by reversing one over another, getting their ground game in, and then as they got to the neutral position after going back and forth with reversals and arm drags and roll-ups, it's one of those moments where you do all that just to measure each other up, and the fans love it. They come unglued like, oh shit, you get what I mean, right?
Properly. Yes, proper freaking, this is what the North American Championship is about, getting proper clashes of style that work in a way that helps bolster the reputation of the championship and bolster the reputation of the wrestlers, instead of the way Dirty Dom was holding it as a hostage for him and the Judgment Day to have a foothold on NXT. The dirty little bastard! How dare he!
I know, that dirty bastard had to pay!
He had to pay! And he paid in blood! And he paid against Dragon Lee, goddammit!
Indeed. I do have other pictures of this match,
Thank God. Okay.
But that being said, like I said, these guys tried to one-up with each other move for move, including this spot right here, stereo drop kicks at each other.
Where they just missed each other and just wound up kicking each other in the chest. Ow.
Yep, and as the match continued, Tyler Bate got the upper hand, knocking the North American champion out of the ring and hitting him with a tope suicida. But much like all things in life, turnabout is fair play. Dragon Lee was able to kick Tyler Bate out of the ring and hit his own tope suicida to the outside.
Yay!
And as we get to the final moments of the match, Tyler Bate hits the Tyler Driver 97 onto the champ, but Dragon Lee was able to kick out after 2. And then, after some more back and forth action, Tyler Bate miscalculated on a clothesline and ran into a running boot from Dragon Lee before Dragon Lee put him away with a float over reverse DDT to pin and retain. Your winner, and still, the NXT North American Champion, Dragon Lee.
Very nice. I like this. This is how it's done. This is how it's fucking done. That's how we do it.
Absolutely. And once again, another great example of WWE actually integrating main rostered wrestlers over to NXT. And yeah, I know Dragon Lee is still brand new on Friday Night SmackDown, but I still think it counts.
Yes, it does count. I don't know why that's a question. Why that's a problem. Why is anyone arguing this?
Why would anyone argue it?
Yeah, exactly. Why would anyone argue it?
I don't know, man. Wrestling fans these days will find anything to argue about.
They'll find anything to complain about. Freaking nutballs.
I know.
A lot of them. Well, hold on. You gave me the graphic. Why did I not?
You got to think on your feet, Juan.
You got to think on your feet. I know I'm not Lucha, but whatever. I know what I'm doing. I'm from the internet.
But you know what? This is actually really good, and I love this match a lot. And you know what? I actually heard through the grapevine, through other wrestling media outlets, that apparently Tyler Bate may or may not be scheduled for a main roster call-up onto Raw and SmackDown.
Yay!
And you know what? He deserves it. I mean, he's been wrestling on NXT for years, dude.
Okay, I just realized something. What would happen? Okay, this is sort of related to what I was what you brought up over here. Logan Paul issued an open 6-man or the
8-man tournament.
Yeah, 8-man mini tournament for the new number one contendership for the US Championship, and he said that one random surprise person from NXT would be included in the tournament. What if Tyler Bate would be that NXT call-up?
Actually, we already know who it is.
Who is it?
Carmelo Hayes.
What?
Yeah.
Then what the fuck is Melo complaining about? He's got no room to complain. He's going up to the main roster for the US title.
Yeah, buddy, you're moving on to higher, better things. Well, don't worry, Juan. We'll get to that later.
God almighty. Seriously, Melo?
All right,
Hombre, fue la gran mierda de su puta madre. Desgraciado fucking, what do you call it? Ingrate.
And now let's get to the exciting segment of the night, as NXT rolls out the red carpet for the men's bracket of the NXT Breakout Tournament.
Okay, who are these guys and why should I care?
Oh man, there's too many names, so many bodies there. I'll try to name as many as I can, so bear with me, folks. The first two guys standing all the way at the front to the left is Miles Bourne, I believe that's his name, and he's right now teaming up under the learning tree of Drew Gulak. The former cruiserweight champion. Okay. And the guy all the way to the right leading the line is a wrestler
with the red big necklace thing.
His name is, I kid you not, man, and Oba Femi.
I hope that's his government name, because if that's a name that was picked out
by WWE, yeah.
Yikes. Okay.
All right. And then now forgive me if I don't get to each and every person, because I don't know each and every person's name. However, the person wearing the Chase U shirt right behind Obafemi is Riley Osborne. We talked about him briefly last week, Juancho.
We did?
Yes, we did. During the angle, we were talking about Chase U.
Yeah. You mentioned him. Okay.
Hells yeah, and we looked him up on Twitter. The guy's an independent wrestler, a great high flyer to boot. So, yeah, definitely. Okay. He's definitely someone to pay attention to. And again, I really don't know the name of the other participants that's involved in the breakout tournament, so I apologize to every person watching right now. But to me, Riley Osborne, he stands out the most because he is actually, I guess he's part of a storyline at least. And I don't know, everybody else just seems like sticks in the mud. No disrespect. But
why are these sticks in the mud?
I don't know. I mean, okay, they're not sticks in the mud, but there's nothing tangible about the other competiters. There's something.
You mean they don't stand out?
They don't stand out, but one of them definitely got taken out.
What? Why would you talk? Oh.
Because, oh boy, the son of the loose cannon, Lexis King, took out one of the competitors, and he's having a jolly old time doing it. What a bastard.
Somebody tried to stop me. Neener.
But little does he...
fuck, dude?
But little does he know, actions do have consequences, as Ava Raine informed Lexis King that he will be taking the person's spot in this year's breakout tournament. So, yeah.
Ava Raine's punishment for Lexis King injuring one of the participants of the breakout tournament is to give him a spot in the tournament?
I mean, the other guys will want to kick his ass.
Seriously, though? That's not a punishment. That's a prize. That's an express purpose that's a net positive for this idiot. Why would you reward him? Okay.
So now there's two wrestlers.
No, look. Okay, Ava Raine, I get it. You're missing the schism. You miss your faction with your evil woke cult leader Joe Gacy, who's gone goo goo gaga without his tag team, the Dyad. But Ava Raine, you gotta learn to make better choices, girl.
Lady, just follow Paul Heyman into SmackDown. Get it over with.
Yeah, please, come on. Save yourself a world of trouble.
That being said, now there's two wrestlers in the breakout tournament that I'm more engaged with that are tangible to me: Lexis King and Riley Osborne.
Douche.
Hey. Yeah. And
I mean, Lexis King being a douche. How dare he?
Oh yeah. Okay, I thought you were calling me a douche.
No, I wasn't calling you a douche, you hobo. I was calling Lexis King, that dastardly son of a loose cannon, a douche.
Hey, how dare he? Mr. Hobo to you.
Hobo.
Moving on. So now let's get to the lackluster match, and it is a 6-man tag, player.
Holla, holla, holla. Wait, you know what? Nope. There we go.
Holla, holla.
There we go. That's better.
All right.
Holla, holla, holla. Holla,
Yeah.
holla, holla.
All right. The teams of the Meta 4, representing the Meta 4, the NXT Heritage Cup champion Noam Dar, Oro Mensah, and Lash Legend, the Bougie Bully, versus the Beer Money 2.0.
Beer Money 2.0. Thank you.
Josh Briggs.
How the hell have these guys never received a name?
I know, right?
They saved the bar. Why did they not get a name for that?
Well, we can't call them the Bar. That's WWE. That's copyright infringement.
Yeah, that's between Miz and Cesaro, and we don't have Cesaro anymore.
No, Cesaro and Sheamus.
Oh yeah, it was Cesaro and Sheamus. Right? No, it was. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Yeah, you're right. It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Josh Briggs, Brooks Jensen, and Fallon Henley. Now, Fallon Henley and Lash Legend had an incredible showing during the Iron Survivor challenges. Both
of these ladies were inches away from being able to win the Iron Survivor Challenge if it wasn't for Blair Davenport's freaking sneaky last-minute bullshit.
I know, right? It's so cray-cray. And also, of course, Lash Legend definitely got a boost in her stock after that incredible moment last week on NXT where she powerbombed Otis in the middle of the ring.
Right. So that was a hell of a showing on her end.
Yeah, and you know what? It's actually starting to win me over. Like, it's actually changing my mind about Lash Legend. When she started, I really didn't have, I didn't have a really good opinion about her in her performance. But as I'm seeing her now, she's getting better. Yeah, she's grouped with the Metaphor, sure. But she's improved, and she's getting much better in the ring. And, yeah, she's changing my mind.
Why? What the hell, lady?
That being said, unfortunately, this tag match didn't really excite me because, I don't know, man. I mean, it just didn't have the same interest or the same oomph as last week when they took on Alpha Academy. And in this case, like, I don't know. It just fell flat to me. It was just a 6-man tag match. Nothing outrageous or crazy stood out in this match.
No Lash Legend powerbombing one of the guys here this time?
Sorry, but there was no powerbombing Otis to save this match.
No Fallon Henley doing nothing? No?
Okay, Fallon Henley, yeah. Fallon Henley got her moment to shine, and that was great. But, like, everything else just, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as captivating, you know?
I get it, but I don't get it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Everyone has different opinions, so we're good. All right. But now let's get to the bad and ridiculous segment because we need to continue the story, folks. That's right. The story of Andre Chase University and how Andre Chase lost all the money and how all the students are ripped off. Oh no, what's going to happen to the school? So last week, Andre Chase bared his soul in front of his students and admitted that he lost hundreds and thousands of dollars, and as a result, Chase University is now under academic probation, and many of the students who are enrolled will not be able to qualify for financial aid, into which one has already ripped apart.
That's not how colleges work! It's not! Just please.
I think that WWE needs to be taken back to the academics.
These guys worked with Full Sail University for crying out loud. What the actual hell?
Also, yeah, wow, that is, I can't help it. Is that supposed to be ironic? Damn, Juancho. That irony hurts. Well, I need a pastry. You'll feel better.
Okay.
That being said,
I got guava. I got little guava strudel thingies. I got guava.
All right. Well, Juan is trying to quell his sadness with guava. I'll continue. So Andre Chase turns over to the students. It's been a week since his announcement, and he's wanting to see if any of the students have made progress in raising money. Unfortunately, they have, but it's not enough. Between baking sales and car washes, they were only able to raise an amount in the triple digits. Until we got Scripps, showing up to Chase University with a briefcase in hand, and to put it in Marlon Brando's words, he's making him an offer that he couldn't refuse.
Let me guess. He's got the entire amount.
That is what might be implied in the closed briefcase. Careful, Andre. You don't want to go back on your principles, you know.
Was that a school joke?
I plead the fifth.
God damn it.
That being said, can we please get this storyline done and over with? Come on, man. I mean, at least it's going somewhere, so it's going. But it's okay, Wancho, because not all storylines in WWE fall short of the mark. We actually have one that is taking a new twist. Before we get to the main event segment, do want to briefly bring this up, that in the opening segment of NXT, as Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams were heading inside the Performance Center, but as Trick Williams was stopped for an interview, Carmelo Hayes was viciously assaulted backstage by an unknown assailant.
Right at the beginning of the show?
Yeah,
no, this who it was?
Nobody knows who it was. The referees came by. Apparently, Carmelo Hayes didn't he got attacked, and he's just hurting. Like, his leg is hurting. I mean, it's all kayfabe. Like, his leg wasn't really injured, but like, it's building to the story. And apparently, he knows exactly who the perpetrator is, and we'll find out in just a minute or two. But now let's get to the main event segment, because now it's time to make room for the 2023 Men's Iron Survivor Challenge winner, Trick Williams.
Whoop that trick!
Yeah! Whoop that trick indeed. Trick Williams had an incredible showing during the Iron Survivor Challenge, and he has secured his spot as the #1 contender for the NXT Championship at NXT New Year's Evil, which will be on, I'm trying to think. Is it January 2nd or January 3rd?
I don't remember.
What
are you asking me for?
Calendar time.
Well, give me a second. Calendar over here.
Because New Year's Eve is on Sunday, December 31st, right?
Yeah, okay, so it's actually going to be...
January 2nd. Tuesday.
Tuesday, January 2nd?
Yep, Tuesday, January 2nd. NXT New Year's Evil. That's right. Trick Williams is riding on on all the hype, coming fresh from the victory, and how he's mentioned that he's come a long way from starting off in NXT and to becoming the star that he is now. The meteoric rise of Trick Williams could not be contained any longer, but before we get to a New Year's Evil, the champ has a couple of choice words for him.
Yeah,
and yes, I've selected that picture on purpose.
Why the hell would you find this weird, goofy photo of Ilya Dragunov?
Because WWE.com shared it. Wait, blame them.
This is their photo?
Yes.
What the hell, WWE.com? You guys are so weird.
Ilya Dragunov comes down to the ring and first congratulates Trick Williams on winning the Iron Survivor Challenge, and he's also admitted that he is proud of Trick. But he's made his intentions very clear that he is not losing the NXT Championship, that he will do whatever it takes to remain champion. And as their stare down continues, this whole segment was interrupted by the aforementioned Carmelo Hayes. And it turns out Carmelo Hayes knows exactly who the perpetrator is, who's been attacking Trick Williams, who's attacked Carmelo Hayes, who's causing dissension between the two best friends. The man that Carmelo is pointing fingers at is Ilya Dragunov himself.
Are you sure? Because it looks like from the photo that he's pointing his finger at Trick Williams.
Oh, yeah, no. Carmelo Hayes, he was blowing up a whole bunch of smoke saying like, you're not going to break us apart now, man. We're tighter friends than ever. Yeah, it all makes sense. You know, you did it because you were jealous of me being champion, and then you took away my title. And, you know, he came up with a whole bunch of bullshit which the fans were not buying as they continued to chant, Melo's guilty.
Are you fucking serious, man?
Yes, it was so crazy. Dragunov like even called out Carmelo Hayes on being delusional and thinking that it was...
What is wrong with you? You are going to crazy, man.
Yes.
Sorry, no, he sound like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shit on Ilya Dragunov. He could tear my head off without putting effort in, without a second thought. But, like, he sounded very Tommy Wiseau when he was trying to talk.
Yeah, he did.
Like, what is wrong with you? You're sounding crazy, man. And what a story, Mello. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
Anyway, how's your sex life?
And then Carmelo Hayes tried to get some retribution by grabbing the NXT Championship away from Ilya Dragunov. Yep.
What?
Yep. He yelled at Dragunov saying like, "Oh yeah, you took everything away from me. Let's see how you feel when you take everything away from you." So he struggles to grab the title away from Dragunov, and in another friendly misfire or friendly fire, however you want to see it, Carmelo Hayes accidentally knocks down Trick Williams.
Accidentally.
We say in big quotations.
Big fucking quotation marks.
The fans of the Capitol Wrestling Center continue to chant Melo's guilty, while a small 2% in the audience were saying, "No, he's not.
Melo's guilty. No, he's not. Melo's guilty. No, he's not."
Hey, kudos to the 2% who actually defended him.
Why?
Because 2% is better than 0.
Good God.
That being said, yeah, okay, so they threw this little wrinkle in there, but I'm just waiting for them to just do it. Dude, just do the Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty breakup already. Come on, Shawn. What is it with you and wanting to break up tag team friends?
They've always done that in wrestling. Sometimes when a tag team breaks up, they break up because they used to be friends and now they're rivals.
I know that, but man, oh man, we've seen it so many damn times, and now at this point it feels like they're dragging it out.
Seriously. I'm over here wondering when the hell the other shoe's gonna drop with these guys.
Yeah, no, come on, man, jeez. I mean, I want to see the shoe drop already. I don't want to see the slow sinking of Titanic after hitting the iceberg.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's what AEW's for. Whoa! Okay, no, that was too mean. I'm sorry.
Or was it mean enough? We don't know.
No. I don't want to crap on another promotion, man. That's not cool.
That's my job.
All right.
I was trying to steal my gimmicks, I say.
All right. Now, that being said, we're now shifting gears over to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
That's right. And not wasting any time for Dynamite, and completely pissed after what happened last week. We get an opening promo segment from Samoa Joe, the #1 contender for the AEW World Championship, as he addresses the fans in Arlington, Texas, of what happened last week with MJF and the Devil's Minions, aka AEW's version of Retribution.
Yeah, like that faction's got it's got to go.
That being said, Samoa Joe actually pointed out some key details from the footage of MJF being laid out. Oh, hang on a minute. I just realized, did you guys do your Glitch Energy promo from Green Eye Dragon?
That's a good question.
You know what? Before we get Dynamite, let's talk about Glitch. Juan?
All right. Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, we hadn't done it yet. But there's a reason for that. It's because we wanted to try something a little bit different. Now, as you guys know, we've been partnered up with Glitch Energy proudly here for a little while. And if you guys use our promo code FlockFuel, you get 20% off your purchase. I'm still nursing my Foxy Lemonade from last night's episode of the Black Files. By the way, hi there, Green Eye Dragon. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. And this has been helping me stay strong all day long. And it's still, with me just sipping it little by little, it's got 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 calories, and 0 crash. But not only that, we were also doing some homework on some of their supplements that they do, which is not just for keeping you energized and keeping you, sharp and focused. They've got this awesome supplement over here. It's called Blue Scope. Take a look. Now, this one's apparently a nutritional supplement specifically designed to help defend your eyes against digital eye strain by absorbing and depowering high-energy blue light. Basically, you know how we are working on screens all day long.
Absolutely. Like me and Juan, we work on screens
and
on a day. And Angel, we work on in front of computer screens on a weekday basis, and it gets tiresome. It does really do a number on our eyesight.
Jose's due for some glasses himself. Imagine him with glasses. That's a freaking nightmare. I don't want to see it. It's okay to see me with glasses, but these have blue light filter built into them. However, for those of you guys who don't look good with glasses, or if you simply don't want to wear glasses, then you could try loading up with BlueScope over here. And I actually double checked the nutritional supplements over here. This stuff checks out. You've got lycopene and lutein, which are actually excellent supplements in order to help increase the health of your irises. And of course, you got other essential vitamins such as vitamin A, as beta carotene, and zinc, which is always helpful. And what's also handy is that this comes at a reasonable price, only $19.95. So when you have our promo code FlockFuel added to the mix, you actually get that at nearly $15.
Absolutely.
Like $15, $16, right?
That's right. And you know what? Kudos to Glitch Energy. This is definitely something a lot of folks can benefit from. Like for folks who spend a lot of hours in front of the computer, whether it be work or whether it be creating content, or when you're on your screen all day. I mean, how many people all over the world spend almost their whole day in front of their phones?
Like Steph the Alternate, she recently invested in blue light filter glasses for herself when she's doing her programming. So I'm over here thinking maybe she would do well with including some BlueScope from Glitch Energy into her daily regiment.
It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt to get her the hookup for some digital eye support, Juancho. That being said, folks, Glitch Energy. Go to glitchenergy.com, use the promo code FlockFuel, and receive a 20% discount on all of your online purchases. And yes, if you have eye problems, much like me, Juan, and Angel Mendez, and anybody else, definitely try out the Glitch BlueScope. It's your eyes are gonna love you. Your whole body's gonna love you. You're gonna love you. And we're gonna love you too.
Appreciate that, Jose. All right, thank you for again, Glitch Energy, for being a proud partner of the Ravens Flock. Let's continue.
All right, so getting back to the opening segment here. So Samoa Joe actually pointed out some very key details from the footage of MJF being assaulted backstage, and he pointed out that there was a certain alcohol bottle that was laid out next to MJF, and Samoa Joe actually pointed it out that it reeked of alcohol, and it also reeked of disappointment, and he was clearly aiming towards Hangman Adam Page as the number one suspect. No, I don't have any...
Really? Hangman? Hangman Adam Page? The guy who had everything possibly given to him in the future of professional wrestling in AEW? The guy who fucking tanked himself like an idiot? He's the devil? Are you fucking serious? Get real.
Hangman Adam Page came down to the ring and took umbrage to Samoa Joe pointing fingers at him, and then Samoa Joe told Hangman Adam Page, like, "Hey, buddy, your mistake was assuming that I was playing judge and jury when I've already made up my mind and I'm about to play the executioner."
So he's just basically looking for an excuse to whip someone's ass.
Yes, and then they were both.
Doesn't need an excuse. It's just whip someone's ass.
Yep, and they were both interrupted by Roderick Strong, who came out saying, "Samoa Joe."
What?
Yep, Roderick Strong came down to the ring, and he told Samoa Joe that, and he was trying to tell Samoa Joe frantically, mind you, that it wasn't Hangman Adam Page, that it was all MJF, that he was manipulating Joe, and then the whole thing broke out into a pull apart between Hangman Adam Page and Roderick Strong, because heaven forbid anybody interrupt the Peg Man.
What?
Yeah, and that led into
also Peg Man.
I know, right? And that led into the one-on-one match between Roderick Strong and Hangman Adam Page, which, spoiler alert, Hangman Adam Page won with the dead eye.
Seriously?
What, you think I'm going to talk about that match when there's so many other good matches on AEW?
Ow.
I mean, you would have done it too.
Yeah, I would have.
That being said, speaking of really awesome matches, it's time to talk about the exciting match of the night, and this was part of the Continental Classic Tournament in the Blue League.
Oh, good. We're talking about the Blue League now for once.
Blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Dabba-dee-dabba-die?
Dabba-dee-dabba-die. And it is Brody King representing the House of Black going up against the former NXT champion, Andrade El Idolo! Yes.
Dang it, man.
It's been such a long time since we talked about the former Andrade Cien Almas here on this channel, and I'm happy to see him on Dynamite.
Seriously, like, it's high time that we get to see Andrade in action. Tell me he was kept far away from Sammy Guevara.
He was kept very far away. Sammy Guevara is busy, trying to be a dad right now, so we're going to leave him alone.
Okay, yeah, the fuckboy's got to be a dad too, I guess.
Meanwhile, Andrade was busy keeping things alive over on AEW's Collision, the Saturday show.
Oh, good.
Yes,
Someone's got to keep that thing alive.
Of course. I know what you mean. But that being said, this was some incredible back and forth action between Andrade and Brody King. Powerhouse versus Luchador. It was so magnificent with Lana at ringside. CJ Perry at ringside.
Like, wait, isn't she having a freaking affair with someone else again? What is with these guys?
Yeah, what is with wrestling trying to come up with these stupid romantic pull-apart angles between Miro and CJ? Why do we want to see them break up?
Maybe it's their idea. What they got? They got like a
Miro. Do you have some sort of cuck fetish we don't know about?
Okay, you said it, not me. Okay, yeah. Okay, you said it. I didn't need to say it. Thank you.
You were but you were thinking it.
God damn, Jose! You just went ahead and fucking said it. It's like dropping the N-word on someone. That's terrible.
No.
Okay, yeah, I know it's not as terrible as the N-word. Oh, Linda, for the record, Your Honor. Hey there, Linda.
Hello, Linda. Welcome to Wrestle Wrewind. I'm talking about Brody King versus Andrade El Idolo on AEW Dynamite.
All right, so let's continue.
Yes, absolutely. So, as we get back from commercial break, after some great back and forth action, Brody King put the brakes on Andrade in the middle of the ring. And Andrade did try to mount a comeback, and he tried to hit a running corner Meteora. Brody King was able to counter the first attempt as he tried to hit a clothesline. Andrade hit a big boot to rebound. And then as he went for the running Meteora again, Brody King stopped him in his tracks.
Haha, take that.
After some more back and forth action, we get an incredible display of pure strength from the former NXT champion as Andrade El Idolo was able to pick up Brody King and lay him out with a scoop slam.
Ow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, what's the size difference between the guys?
Andrade El Idolo is a light heavyweight. He's about like 218 pounds. Brody King, on the other hand, he's a super heavyweight.
You mean like super heavyweight? Okay, so he's 6'3". And what's his freaking weight then?
I believe his weight might be around 270 something or 300. I'm not sure.
285.
285 pounds. Yeah, okay, that might not be Otis levels of heavy, but that's still a big difference.
That's a lot of meat on a relatively not so gigantic frame. God almighty, that's terrifying, man.
I know. Somebody call the company of Hormel and have them check their inventory because that's a lot of meat in this match.
God almighty.
That being said, and we get to the closing moments of this match, Andrade goes over to the top rope and hits a split leg moonsault, only for Brody King to be able to kick out after two. And after some more back and forth action, Andrade was able to drop Brody King headfirst onto the exposed turnbuckle and finish him off with a hammerlock DDT. Your winner, Andrade El Idolo,
scoring 3 points for his standing in the Blue League in this Continental Classic, which, yes, this one is a rounds robin point-based tournament. It's not an elimination tournament.
But I like the round robins point-based tournaments. I think they're really intriguing. They're really cool.
If it's done right and you can actually get the stuff straightened out, yeah.
Oh yeah, WWE was able to do it for their Cruiserweight Championship in 2020, for the Heritage Cup this year, and yeah, AEW did dip their toes and did it, albeit they're introducing another championship because heaven knows they don't have enough.
No, because that will solve all the problems over at AEW.
Also,
more championship belts.
Also, Juan, I finally figured out how they're treating Ring of Honor.
Tell me.
Get this. They're treating Ring of Honor as a combination of two things. Number one, AEW Dark, and number two, their own developmental brand to counter an opposition of NXT. Think about it.
What channel can I watch Ring of Honor on?
Nope. You have to pay. You have to pay for a subscription service.
Okay, on what channel?
On the Honor Club at ringofhonor.com.
Okay, but what channel is that?
Nope. Paywall.
On what channel?
Oh, Juan.
What television channel?
Juan, you silly hairy goose. That's assuming that Tony Khan actually had some leverage to negotiate a cable deal for Ring of Honor.
Ha!
All right.
Next match.
All right, now let's get to the next exciting segment of the night, and I'm really grasping at straws here because I was trying to find anything remotely exciting, but this is actually very exciting, so I can't crap on it. Speaking of the Iron Claw movie, we get a surprise appearance from the legendary wrestling family, the Von Erichs.
What?
That's right, the Von Erichs showed up on AEW's Dynamite TV special, Winter is Coming.
And so the Von Erichs showed up at AEW.
Absolutely.
Very nice.
That's
left of them.
Yeah, I know, right? I believe one of them was Kerry Von Erich, the guy who wrestled in WWF.
Yeah.
That's right. Former WWF Intercontinental Champion Kerry Von Erich was one of the guys in the trio.
Of course, and I assume these little boys over here are his sons.
Yep, the Von Erichs kids. That's right. And I believe one of them actually competed in the developmental promotion of Florida Championship Wrestling back in its infancy, and so did their daughter Lacey Von Erich.
Okay, well, Lacey, I totally understand her being in. No, this isn't Kerry Von Erich because
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Jesus. Okay.
Sorry, I jumped the gun there.
It's so weird. Which of these Von Erichs are still alive? Jesus. I'm actually trying to find out who of them.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, it's Kevin.
Kevin
No
Von
wonder we got him mixed up. It's not Kerry, it's Kevin.
It's Kevin Von Erich. My bad, guys. Kevin Von Erich.
Yeah,
Please don't lynch me in the chat.
Yes, let's totally lynch Jose in the chat. And I think that I believe that would be Ross and Marshall Von Erich.
Well,
that's them.
Yeah, Ross and Marshall Von Erich. Yep, they're also pro wrestlers themselves, and they were in a backstage segment with Renee Paquette, and they were joined by Danhausen and the AEW International Champion, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, get off my screen. Go. Get. Oh, my screen. Stop it. You overstayed your welcome.
All right, so what else happened, Jose?
All right. So, as they were cutting their promo with the Von Erichs, they were interrupted by the ruins of the Jericho Appreciation Society, Magic Matt Bernard, Cool Hand Angelo Parker. Yep, they were interrupted by those stupid heels, and they challenged them to an 8-person tag match this Friday night on Rampage. Yep, we get to see the young Von Erichs wrestle on AEW programming. On the one hand, that sounds great, but I don't know, man.
Like, the Von Erich family deserves better than what AEW can provide. Yes, the Von Erichs aren't necessarily well known for their tenures in the WWE. However, given the fact that the film Iron Claw is out in theaters this week, and considering that you've got actual clout behind the WWE, you would imagine that these guys would have been looked at least once. I guess considering that one of the guys working the stunt work in the film is our actual AEW World Champion MJF, I guess that gives him a little bit more of a foothold.
Yeah, I mean, he got to shake hands with John Cena, and the Von Erichs get to share a promo segment with Danhausen and Orange Cassidy. Like, no disrespect to Danhausen. I love the guy. He's great.
He's very nice. He's very evil.
Absolutely. And I'm not knocking on both the wrestlers because, funny makes money. We love comedy wrestlers.
We do love Danhausen. Gotta love that Danhausen.
Hells yeah. And we also like Orange Cassidy, don't we? Don't we?
Gotta love that Danhausen.
Oh, Wancho. Jesus, man. All right. But yeah, no, they deserved much better. They deserve to be in a much better angle with, better wrestlers than the remains of the Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's yeah, no, they definitely
and seriously on Rampage? Dude, around that time, half the arena is going to be gone.
Yeah, why not on Dynamite? Why not right there? Why not in the actual the marquee program of your promotion?
Or hell, why not on Collision? The Saturday program that you guys are desperately trying to save.
I think we're assuming a little more than what they actually deserve.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's go on and move on to the match of the night. Folks, it's time for your compulsory AEW women's match.
Yay, 15 minutes of something that we really don't care about over in AEW because the booker treats the women's division like they still have cooties.
Nope. That's not 15 minutes. Gotta cut it down, Juan.
What, 10 minutes?
Down. Lower.
7?
A little higher.
8 minutes?
There we go.
What the fuck?
Yep, a one-on-one women's match between the Ruby Soho versus the returning Riho.
What?
Yep, this match. Oh God, yeah, no, this match only lasted 8 minutes, and half of the time that the women were wrestling was cut down thanks to a picture-in-picture commercial.
Okay, so I guess it wasn't really I guess it wasn't really cut down, but it was definitely minimized.
It was minimized by picture-in-picture commercial, and they had the AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm at ringside, joining commentary along with Excalibur, Taz, and Tony Schiavone. And I gotta say, man, at first I liked the gimmick of, Timeless Toni Storm with the black and white and everything, but
and the weird, like, old-time cinema classic start. Like, you've got the bones of a great gimmick and a great angle and a great persona there, but what the fuck, guys?
However, during this match, if there was one thing that annoyed me more than the picture-in-picture commercials, was the constant cutting, the constant zoom-in cutting to Toni Storm making her faces with the black and white filter, and then going back to the match, regular filter. Imagine that happening back and forth, Wancho. Wouldn't that piss you off?
Okay, give me just one. I need to just give just 1 minute over here. So you mean to tell me that the match,
Yes.
this match,
Yes.
kept cutting in and out between regular color in the ring and black and white and commentary?
Yes.
Where they were Tony Storm over and over and over and over
Okay,
and over
okay,
and
maybe-
over and
okay,
over and
I
over and over and over and over in between the two.
Yes. All right.
You're joking.
All right, listen, I exaggerate, but they were doing it enough times to really annoy the hell out of me.
You're
Kind of like what we're doing right now.
You're kidding me.
I'm caught in the Tony zone.
If I knew how to no, that just switched it off completely.
No, Wancho, I don't want to be timeless. Come on. I mean, I do, but not like this.
All right, well, say something modern and contemporary then.
Fine. CM Punk to WWE confirmed.
There we go.
Thank you.
That fixed it.
That being said, Riho won the match.
All right, your winner, Riho, and ouch.
And this did not do any favors for both competitors.
This fucking hurts! This hurts my soul, man. No, I appreciate that we look cool in black and white. I do my best in order to keep our creative juices flowing, and in order to make sure that our cinematography style over here on the Ravens Flock stays resilient and familiar at the same time. It gets terribly annoying when it's in high definition on a broadcast television programming. What did she get? Not just black and white, but also with like the old timey film flicker with all that stuff.
Yes.
You're fucking kidding me.
Yes. Every time they zoom in on Tony, they do that, and it gets annoying, and it's slowly turning me away from Toni Storm.
So nobody really comes out looking well in that segment with the women's match here. Ruby Soho, she looks like total ass. Riho, you barely get any chance to invest in her. And Toni Storm, the AEW Women's World Champion, her gimmick is being turned into more and more of a joke as we go by day.
Absolutely. It's kind of hard to invest in this challenger that is Riho when she's not featured every week on the show.
The sign speaks for itself.
I don't think, yeah, exactly. I don't think I need to say anything. I think the sign speaks for itself.
You remember how I was crying earlier?
Yes.
Did you want a guava pastry?
No. I don't need a guava pastry. I'm fine.
You sure? Maybe an.
I was gonna ask, did you want a rant?
Maybe an Altoid mint.
Yeah, I'll take an Altoid. Sure. Why not?
Okay, here you go.
I mean, it can't hurt me.
No, it's curiously strong though.
Yeah, just
no, we're not sponsored by Altoids, but we wouldn't say no.
I know, right?
Seriously, though, this hurts. Because we want to like Tony Storm's gimmick. It's freaking ridiculous in the best way. But why the fuck is everyone playing along with it, including the production people? Come the fuck on. And the fact that the match between Ruby Soho and Riho didn't barely have enough time to breathe, let alone gain enough steam for people to get invested in. Come the fuck on. Shoot me. This. Just all of this. The sign speaks for itself, like as I said.
Oh, but don't worry, Quancho. We got a segment that matches that energy.
What?
We get an in-ring. The bad segment of the night is an in-ring promo segment featuring the tag team of the Golden Jets, Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho.
They have a name?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. What? When did this happen?
Oh, weeks ago, man.
Where the hell was I?
Not giving a shit of what AEW's doing.
Where the hell were you?
Trying desperately not to pay attention to anything involving Chris Jericho until now.
Ay, Dios mío. All right, spill the beans. What did Jericho and Kenny Oblivious do?
All right, so
Golden Jets, my sorry ass.
So Chris Jericho spent a lot more time on the mic. He was addressing on how the team was attacked last week by the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Ricky Starks and Big Bill. And they laid out, or maybe it may have been longer than last week, but they tried to dislocate Chris Jericho's elbow, and Chris Jericho was like sporting this like metal arm brace on his right arm, and and the Golden Jets are challenging Big Bill and Ricky for the AEW World Tag titles.
Absolute Ricky Starks
for the AEW World Tag Team titles at World's End at the end of December. And then and this segment was just ridiculous. Like Kenny Omega tried to make some sort of like joke and say like, oh, you know, I mean, that's like some sort of like a Jericho phrase joke that he made. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it because it was so stupid. But then we get Absolute Ricky Starks and Big Bill joining in on the proceedings.
They were standing up on the stage talking down to Jericho and Omega. I'm not calling them the Golden Jets.
Yeah, no, it's okay. They're more mad at Chris Jericho than Kenny Omega because they accuse Jericho of being a freaking leech, of being a vampire sucking away all the energy from AEW.
Yeah, what was it, like charisma vampire or talent vampire, was it?
Yes.
One of those two.
Yes.
Or relevance vampire, was it one of the two? And what's his face? Jericho snapped back with that, like, listen, look, trust me, Ricky Starks. If I was going to be, if I'm a charisma vampire, I'd definitely be sucking off the blood of someone else a lot more talented than you. That was the okay. Like, all right, that's fine.
That's fine. But then his jokes got worse. Him and Kenny Omega then got into this tangent of making fun of the team and giving him a team name. And
there was also the shoot comment that what's his face Kenny Omega made about Big Bill.
Oh no, we're gonna get to it in just a bit. We're gonna get to it in just a bit. But like Jericho tried to call them the Jackoffs or Big Billy and Ricky or some shit like that, and it fell flat to the audience. Like, the joke didn't land.
It was just crickets.
And even Ricky Starks called him out on that. Like, wow, man, that joke fell flat. Like, what the hell, Jericho? You, dude.
You were the highlight of the night. The king of bling bling. The Ayatollah of Iraq and Rolla. What the hell happened to you, old man?
I have no idea. But then now we get to the shoot comment that Kenny Omega made on Big Bill. That, Juan, you go ahead and share that shoot comment.
Basically, that Big Bill is paired up with Ricky Starks, who's nothing more than a more charismatic, less charismatic, better dressed Enzo Amore. And he's like, well, to be perfectly fair, though, at least Enzo Amore knew how to share the spotlight on Big Bill, whereas Ricky Starks is sucking it all for himself.
Yeah. And even at one point, I believe, I believe Kenny Omega also dropped a joke calling Big Bill soft.
Oh, yeah. No, he called him soft.
And
that was the thing between, Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, no, this segment was absolutely doomed. And at this point, Chris Jericho, it doesn't look like he's putting a lot of effort into his material.
Why would he? He's paid for life why would he put effort in? Listen, I don't think that this segment is, like, dead. It's quite simple. This segment is cursed!
God, thank you. Oh my God. Yeah, no, this segment is freaking cursed. If I were Kenny Omega, I would try to be far removed from Jericho as possible.
As far away as possible. Run for the fucking hills. If Kenny Omega has any self-respect, he'll find a way to squash this angle ASAP.
Also,
break him and Jericho up as soon as fucking possible.
Also, what an effed up trajectory for absolute Ricky Starks. He went from feuding with CM Punk over the Real World Championships to feuding with Jericho now.
For the tag titles. On the one hand, you can say that that's an improvement because now he's touching the upper crust of AEW by going up against Jericho and Omega being involved in there. But at the same time, Ricky Starks is doing the talking, but he's barely doing anything to actually captivate people's attention away from the fact that we have a weird-ass eyesore in the form of Big Bill.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
No, I get you. All right, let's wash our hands clean from this crap. Let's get to the main event, Juancho. And this main event is another round in the Continental Classic from the Gold League.
Wait, which league?
Gold.
So, it's from the Gold League?
It's from the...
I love gold! The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the texture.
Oh my God, next time we need to get a freaking Eiffel 65 gift. But anyways, so... the main event, Continental Classic from the Gold League. Two guys who are leading the Gold League bracket in points. That is Swerve Strickland versus the multi-time world champion, Jon Moxley.
See, that's a much better way to introduce him. Whatever you do, do not call him that weird-ass moniker that he gave himself.
What's the weird-ass moniker?
I'm not going to say it.
You tell me?
No. I'm not going to say it, and neither are you.
Okay, fine. Oh, you mean the master of the jutsu?
Ah! You son of a bitch. Calling yourself the master of death jutsu is not such good shit. All right?
But that being said, this was a pretty... awesome fight between these two guys. The story is that Jon Moxley's working over the injured shoulder that Swerve Strickland sustained in his gruesome death match against Hangman Adam Page at Full Gear last month, which was weeks ago. That came into play during this match. Like Moxley was getting his spots in, trying to fight Swerve. And again, this is another Moxley match that didn't end with Moxley bleeding. So yeah, I think we could lay off the blood jokes now.
Until he decides to have himself more deathmatch matches.
Oh, for goodness sake.
It's not a question of if, but a matter of when. Okay?
All right, fair enough. But the resilient Swerve Strickland was able to fight back against Jon Moxley, even during the times when he was on the receiving end of the submission hold. Moxley tried to lock in a chokehold to force Swerve to pass out, but Swerve wouldn't pass out. So then Moxley transitioned into a cross arm breaker, but Swerve was able to break up the submission hold. And having enough of Swerve's bullshit, Moxley rolled out of the ring, and he is a loose cannon. He went to grab a steel chair trying to get himself disqualified, but fuck this shit. But then Swerve Strickland took advantage of this window and laid out Jon Moxley with a flying with a dive through the ropes to knock out the Death Rider, the master of the Death Rider. There, and then and then Swerve Strickland rolled Moxley back into the ring. He hit him with that diving drop kick, like to that diving drop kick that he does while your opponent is seated on the floor.
Ooh, ow! I like that.
Yeah, that was really cool. That's like a super duper, like not a super duper curve stomp, but you get what I mean.
Okay, apparently Linda and Lisa Boo are very tired ladies. Totally understandable. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I know. And after some more back and forth action, Swerve Strickland was trying to hit the JML driver, but then Moxley surprisingly actually rolls up Swerve to pin and win. Your winner, Jon Moxley, via roll-up.
A roll-up pin?
Yeah!
Okay.
He
All
didn't.
right.
He didn't use any weapons. He didn't make the Swerve bleed. He didn't force him to tap out. He didn't hit freaking paradigm shifts or Death Riders. He rolled him up. He countered Swerve's finisher and was able to sneak a win.
Okay. So, I think. Okay, now I'm not trying to find a way to spin this into something bad, but I'm trying to think, like, how could Swerve and Moxley have come to that agreement for the finish for their match? And off the top of my head, I'm thinking this had something to do with making sure that Moxley would advance without Swerve looking weak. His finisher was countered, not kicked out of. There's a difference. So there's a way for that for Swerve Strickland to come off of that without looking terribly weak in this manner.
Also,
so
more to
I
the
get that.
Yeah. Also, Juancho, more to the point, this was a controversial win because as the referee was counting down to 3, one of Swerve's shoulders was not pinned to the mat, and Taz even pointed that out on commentary.
No one tried to challenge it afterwards?
No, because the referee did not see it.
Ow. Okay, so do you think that this is going to lead to some sort of a rematch of some kind?
I believe this will lead to a rematch down the road because right now Swerve has got a lot of momentum following Full Gear. Like he's been featured a lot on Dynamite during the Continental Classic. He's been the fans have been rallying behind him, and AEW notices this trend, so they throw this little wrinkle in there to protect Swerve and to build another storyline rivalry between Swerve and Moxley down the road.
So hold on a minute. What? So you mean to tell me that Moxley wasn't quite ready to lose to Swerve? Moxley goes ahead and wins, but he wins in a way that's contestable, which sets Swerve up to be in a position to challenge for a rematch?
Yes.
In which point, Swerve Strickland is going to have to bring out his A game and try to defeat Jon Moxley in a way that he hasn't been able to do before, and find a way to remotivate and revitalize himself just long enough for him to be able to defeat Jon Moxley.
Yes.
So it's just like Rocky 3.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take it.
Oh my God, Moxley, Rocky 3 Swerve. Ha! Fucking hell. Dear God.
A lot of fans were claiming that, Swerve could have benefited from this win instead of Moxley.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah, but they went with this finish instead. And even Moxley got in front of the camera after the match saying, "Hey man, whatever it takes, buddy, whatever it takes."
Seriously?
Hey, at least he didn't bleed or used a fork or did something else that was gratuitous.
Good. I'll respect that, but I'm like, okay, he Rocky 3'd Swerve Strickland the way he tried to Rocky 3 CM Punk. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Before we get into the next segment, I did want to have us bring up one other thing that we're letting folks in on with what the Ravens flock has been pushing for.
That's right. Before we get into this week's Impact Wrestling, folks, I gotta tell you, and I've said this last night, despite our awesome, cool vibes and swagger, we are, in fact, still human beings with dreams.
With dreams and with desires that we try to aspire to every day.
And as a collective unit, we have a very, very hungry desire to travel outside of the state, nay, outside of the country of the United States, and travel across the entire world. We want to travel to the land of the rising sun, that is, Japan.
You're damn right, and we've made it our mission earlier this year when we announced that we, the Ravens flock, are heading to Japan in 2025.
That's right, folks, and we've started our own PayPal fundraiser service here, and we appreciate any support that comes our way. Any monetary amount will help us to build to build our goal to have enough to travel to Japan to attend the Star Wars Expo in 2025. The Star Wars Celebration. Thank you. Star Wars Celebration in Japan 2025.
It's going to be April 18th through the 20th at Makahare Messe in Japan. That's in Tokyo, if I'm not mistaken. And what's even more incredible, it's located in Chiba City, the northwest corner of the Chiba Prefecture in Tokyo. So it's just outside of Tokyo, but this is something that combines some of our passions here, and we're looking to try to make our way to Japan in 2025. It's not just going to be myself and Jose and Angel, but the entirety of the Ravens flock. We got K-Storm, Dragon Fang, and Xana Rose Cosplay all joining in so that we can all celebrate being in Japan for the first time in our lives.
Do you want to see the Ravens flock in Japan?
Do you want to see the awesome vlogs and live streams that we're going to provide you guys? Well, it's late at night over in Japan while you guys are just waking up.
Then you can help us get there by throwing us some support and help donate on our PayPal page. And if you're not able to do so, then that's okay. You can still help us by sharing the link to all your friends.
You're damn right. And we also accept on our PayPal, not just there, but we also have our Cash App, hashtag the Ravens Flock. So if you wish to support us that way, just make sure to put in the notes for it that you're specifically donating for the Japan trip, so that we can put that into our little vault. Any donation amount that you throw our way will go a long way, and we want to make sure that we make this memorable, not just for us, but for you guys as well. So please, if it's within your means, consider donating to the Ravens Flock as we make our way to Japan in 2025.
All right, now let's go ahead and move on to Impact Wrestling. But before we get to this week's Impact Wrestling, we're going to talk about the main event for the final pay-per-view of Impact Wrestling under the name Impact. That is, you were there. Scroll down.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah, down.
There it is.
Yep. Impact Wrestling.
Holy crap, that's a gigantic graphic.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I got it straight from DeviantArt.
Seriously?
Yeah.
DeviantArt?
Yeah.
Really?
Impact Wrestling's Final Resolution.
Really? DeviantArt?
Oh my god, are you questioning it?
Yes!
Oh, whatever. Anyways, and the main event for Final Resolution is, of course... We good? Okay, good. A tag match, player!
Holla holla!
Holla,
God almighty. Seriously? Hold on. Are you kidding me? All the gift jokes tonight, folks.
I know.
I don't give a damn.
All right. That's right. A tag match was the main event, and it features the teams of the Motor City Machine Guns. That is the Impact World Champion, Alex Shelley, and the Impact X Division Champion, Chris Sabin, going up against the team of Josh Alexander and the New Japan Pro Wrestling World Television Champion, Zack Sabre Jr.
Holy crap. All right, so this is crazy. Again, the walking weapon, the Canadian destroyer himself, Josh Alexander, teaming up with Zack Sabre Jr.?
That's right.
Really?
Zack Sabre Jr. is one of the most incredible popular wrestlers from New Japan Pro Wrestling, straight from England. He was also part of the 2016's WWE Cruiserweight Classic.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was also in the AEW Forbidden Door event in 2022 when he faced Claudio Castagnoli in his AEW official debut.
Oh yeah, and Claudio's debut there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And this was a very fun tag match. I got a chance to watch the match itself, and having never teamed with each other ever, Josh Alexander and Zack Sabre Jr. have some incredible in-ring chemistry, which works. They're both technical wrestlers, and that was my worry, because the Motor City Machine Guns, of course, they could go to toe with just about any team. You throw it their way, they'll knock them down easily. But Josh and Zack Sabre Jr., since they have basically the same wrestling chops, they meshed well.
They worked very well. Oh, Matthew Cobra was saying, "Dream a little dream of me." Oh God, thank you for that, dude.
Yeah. So the Motor City Machine Guns, of course, were able to get their offense in, hitting a bunch of high-flying spots. But then, and then we also got a great moment in the middle of the match where Josh Alexander and Zack Sabre Jr. locked in simultaneous submission holds on the Motor City Machine Guns. I can't remember what the submission hold was from Zack Sabre Jr. because it looks so cool and I've never seen it before. But Josh Alexander at the same time locked in the figure 4 leg lock onto Alex Shelley, as per his part of his MO to weaken the legs to soften them up for the ankle lock.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we got some more back and forth action. We actually got an outside dive through the ropes by Alex Shelley, wiping out the team. And as we get to the final moments of the match, Josh Alexander was able to hit a C4 spike onto Chris Sabin to pin and win. Your winners, Josh Alexander and Zack Sabre Jr.
Holy God, that's phenomenal. That's how it's done.
Oh,
and it's so weird that match is like considered the official final match of Impact Wrestling as we know it. It's so bizarre, but at the same time, it's kind of fitting that this new guard of Impact Wrestling take on these legends of Impact. Because let's face it, Motor City Machine Guns have been there for forever and a day. They've been multiple-time tag champions. Now they're each the Impact X Division champion and Impact World champion. So it makes sense that these guys who are bona fide stars of independent wrestling, one of whom is a former Impact World champion himself, take them on and take the win.
Absolutely. This was such a great main event, a great way to cap off the year, and it would be the final pay-per-view event under the Impact Wrestling brand name, as next year they revert back to the classic TNA.
You don't have that graphic yet, do you?
No, I don't. You're gonna have to find it.
You're gonna have to find it. Why do I have to do all the work?
Just do a Google search.
DeviantArt, you hippie. Bye, Impact Wrestling. Thank you for the memories.
Yes, indeed.
Even though they weren't so great, it tastes like you, only sweeter.
And speaking of memories, this week's Impact Wrestling is also it's sort of an interesting thing. Like last week, they showed us matches, pre-recorded matches from an event over in Mexico, and the week before they did their own like stupid gimmicks Mid-South Memphis wrestling crap.
Chicanery.
And this week they showed us some clips, some videos of matches that was never aired on Impact Wrestling. They're like lost episodes, or rather lost matches, or as they call it, hidden gems.
Okay, I can see that. I can look. That's a nice way of putting this. Like, oh, by the way, guys, we've got some matches that you've never gotten a chance to see before on television or on televised programming that only the folks in our live crowds were able to enjoy. Take a look.
All right.
That helps for the way the promotion operates in the manner that they do by like pre-filming a lot of their stuff like a couple hours on end.
Also, we can safely assume that at this point, Impact Wrestling is kind of taking a break for the holidays as they're gearing up for next year.
Yay!
So that being said, this is one of the matches that made it out of the vault. It's a one-on-one match with the X Division. Alan Angels going one-on-one against the former WWE United States Champion Samurai del Sol, aka Kalisto.
All right, so go for it. Okay, so what's the Samurai del Sol got on his sleeve?
All right, this was absolutely fast. It was awesome. It was speedy. It was lucha libre, good lucha things all around, man.
Great lucha things.
Some good lucha things. There we go. We got some. We got the early sizing up between the two guys, hitting reversals, hitting arm drags, and all that stuff. And then it looks like Alan Angels was trying to play along fair, but then he uses his underhanded tactics to try and get one over Samurai del Sol.
Fiend, how dare he!
I love that name, by the way, Samurai del Sol. It's really cool.
That
Ray
is
of the Sun. The Ray of the Sun, I think.
No, the Samurai del Sol. The Solar Samurai.
The Solar Samurai, yeah. Yeah, there you go. And then after some more back and forth action, Samurai del Sol was able to hit his was able to mount a comeback, hitting his own lucha moves. At one point, he tried to hit his like headstand, head scissors takedown, but Alan Angels was not having any of that shit, just countering his move and just making him eat shit while they're wrestling.
Ow.
Yeah, and then Alan Angels actually sets up a wrist lock on Samurai del Sol, goes to the top turnbuckle, buckle a la Undertaker style, and it looks like he was about to hit a springboard move, but all he does is land, like, it's a total douchebag move. He lands in front of Samurai del Sol, and he pokes him in the eye.
What?
What?
Wait, seriously? Okay. No. Time out. Alan Angels goes through all the effort of catching a wrist lock, torquing Samurai del Sol's arm, going up to the top rope, walking the tightrope walk a la Undertaker old school, and instead of doing something like something high flying or something that's an impressive grappling maneuver coming off of the rope, he just hops off and pokes Samurai del Sol in the eye.
Yes. What an asshole!
What an asshole! That is such an asshole thing to do.
Oh, but it gets better, Juancho. And as we get to the final minutes of the match, Samurai del Sol was trying to hit his finishing move, Salida del Sol, but Alan Angels was able to counter that. And then Samurai del Sol hits the second attempt, finally executes the finisher, but Alan Angels was able to get his foot on the rope before the count of 3 to break up the pin. And then both these men were fighting at the top turnbuckle. It looks like Samurai del Sol was trying to go for a moonsault, but then Alan Angels knocks him off, knocking him, I want to say head first onto the turnbuckle pad, knocking him right in his lucha dragon.
Ow.
Yes, indeed. But
you had to go there, didn't you?
Yes, I did. But after both after both Samurai del Sol and Alan Angels wrestled on the top turnbuckle, Samurai del Sol hits an avalanche Salida del Sol from the top turnbuckle onto Alan Angels to pin and win. Your winner, Samurai del Sol.
All right, nicely done. Gene Rick also made their way into the chat. Hey up there, Gene Rick. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. They're saying, hello, everyone. OMG, I need a day off. I thought it was Friday. Right?
We all need a day off, my friend.
Doesn't this feel like a Friday?
It does feel like a Friday because we're close to midnight. That's
so close. At least over here on the East Coast.
But yeah, great wrestling match. Samurai del Sol got the win. God damn it, woo.
God damn it, woo.
No, seriously, that was the thing that he... No. So, funny thing. That actually came from the...
Brian Zane. I recognize him.
Yeah, no. When Kalisto was cutting an interview segment...
okay.
And he was and he fumbled on his words and said, I was trying to...
God damn. Woo!
God damn it. Woo! As he walked away.
He just walks off.
He was never good on the mic. Let's be honest.
No, it's true. But then again, we're not impressed with him for his mic work. We're impressed with him for his in-ring work.
Hells yeah, man. Now, like I said, because this is because we're talking about matches that didn't make it on television, they're recorded or anything, this review of Impact Wrestling will be a little shorter. Once again, no segments to talk about because these are hidden gems. These are wrestling matches that were locked away in the vault, never shown on Impact programming.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to the next one.
The next one is an exciting tag match, player.
Okay, god damn it. Okay, holla.
There we go. That's right, and it's the knockouts wrestling this time.
There we go.
The teams of the quintessential diva Giselle Shaw teaming with Savannah Evans, her bodyguard, against MK Ultra, the team of Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly.
All right, so the evil crazy is heavily implied that these chicks are a couple evil crazy chicks against the quintessential diva Giselle Shaw, who's an absolute bad bitch on her own right, and her enforcer Savannah Evans. Okay, let's see what this match holds.
So it starts off with Masha Slamovich versus Giselle Shaw, and Masha was tossing Giselle around like a ragdoll, hitting her with a series of takedowns and combination strikes. She was getting some fire early on, and then Masha tags in Killer Kelly, and they both work over some tag team moves onto the quintessential diva.
Ow.
Yep. Killer Kelly continued that momentum until we get to ringside as she was trying to fight Savannah Evans. And after Killer Kelly rolls Savannah back into the ring, Giselle Shaw's makeup artist Jai Vidal was at ring.
Oh God, is that what he is now?
Yep.
I thought he was just like her man's whore or something,
or her beautician or whatever you want to call him. Jai Vidal knocked out Killer Kelly from behind with the referee's back turned, rolled her back into the ring, and the heels took over.
No.
Yep, that's right. Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans turned it into a 2-on-1 fight against Killer Kelly as she was helpless and unable to tag in her partner Masha. But overcoming the 2-on-1 odds, Killer Kelly was able to get the hot tag onto Masha Slamovich, and Masha Slamovich was a powder keg waiting to go off. She lays out Giselle Shaw, and then both Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly were working over the powerhouse of Savannah Evans. And in an incredible display of cooperation and strength from the team, Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly got Savannah Evans elevated into a tag team pile driver or a power bomb. I can't tell, but it looked cool to pin and win. Your winners, MK Ultra.
Okay, so the crazy couple that managed to defeat Giselle Shaw and Savannah Evans. Notice that Giselle Shaw wasn't the one who ate the pin.
Nope, it was the enforcer.
Okay, so that keeps the ego of the quintessential diva relatively under-bruised in this sort of situation, and let's see how that kind of unfolds in the future. Wait, no, it's not really going to unfold in the future. These are like, I guess you could call these like cold matches. These are
cold matches because for all we know, like these matches could have happened months ago. Like I said, these are matches that were kept in the vault.
Right. All right, good point. My bad. I'm over here still thinking that it was something that was.
No, you're fine. It's okay. That being said, I want to show you the clip sometime because I swear it looked like they were trying to go for a powerbomb, but it looked like or a pile driver. It looked like they were struggling with trying to carry Savannah Evans over between the two of them. I'll show it to you later.
It's not like Savannah Evans is that much larger in terms of size and frame compared to Masha or Killer Kelly.
Maybe, but that, like I said, we'll
do they just not have enough leverage on there?
I
also,
guess.
Be the Christmas Miracle is in the chat. Hey, up there, Be the Christmas Miracle. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. What's going on, crew? We're doing fantastic. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, and I hope you are prepared for the holidays. Thank you for that. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. And now let's go ahead and get into the match of the night, and it is another tag match, playa.
Holla, holla.
Oh, yeah, Juan. It's your boy.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, boy. Here we go. The team of the former NXT Tag Team Champion Dirty Dango and Alpha Bravo taking on the team of
Channing Decker.
Channing Decker and ECW Hardcore legend Tommy Dreamer, who is right now the Impact Digital Media Champion.
What? Oh, when did that happen?
A couple of weeks ago, he dethroned Kenny King for the title. Well, that was a long time ago, before Kenny was released from his contract.
Okay, but what? Okay,
yeah, I know. This is
what happens when you skip out on Impact. This is why you don't skip out on Impact. We don't need to be let out of the loop like this.
All right. I'm sorry, Juan's finger. Stop that. Knock it off. Get out.
Tickle your nose here.
Anyways. Of course, before the match, it starts off with the stupid opening 5-second promo segment from Dirty Dango saying the same shit that he always says. Man, I really hate professional wrestling.
Like, what the? I can't. I've already gone on one too many rants about how that's a dumbass gimmick. If you really hate professional wrestling, quit. Leave. Go away. Then why? No, he doesn't. He just continues to professionally wrestle. He even throws out some of his old Fandango shit in the middle of all of it. If he hates it so much, why does he keep doing it?
Dirty Dango, what are you in the end? What are you even?
What are you even? Exactly. Be the Christmas Miracle is our buddy. He's saying, I'm good. I'm just relaxing finally after chopping firewood for our fireplace. My girlfriend had me outside doing the firewood as it's getting cold here. Holy mercy, dude. I hope you're doing all right, and stay safe when it comes to the fireplace. I know how crazy it can get sometimes, but I'm hoping that you guys are staying warm, okay?
Indeed, I agree. Now, that being said, okay, like, the tag match wasn't a drizzling shit. The tag match was just It was average. Like I get what they're doing. This specific tag match actually took place over in Canada, and Channing Decker is their home country hero, and he's the Young Buck, so they're trying to get him over and giving him some time. But unfortunately, it's been weighed down by a combination of Dirty Dango's ridiculousness and Alpha Bravo's ridiculousness, and of course Tommy Dreamer still trying to wrestle like he's like it's the 90s.
Tommy, buddy, my man. Dude, take it from another guy who's got hair thinning problems the same way you do. Learn to adapt. I'm glad that you're actively wrestling. I'm glad that you're able to continue making a career out of it, but please think of a little bit more for your longevity. You don't have to go hardcore all the time. That time has come and gone. You've done your bit for king and country, for crying out loud. It doesn't matter how many times you whack somebody upside the head with a kendo stick. Paul Heyman's not going to give you back that $5 he owes you.
Yeah, or buddy, just do it. Take a backstage role in Impact Wrestling, or hell, you've got Busted Open Radio. Why don't you focus on that?
He's been focused on that. That's what qualifies him as digital media champion.
Oh yeah, because he's Busted Open Radio.
Because he's got his podcast with Busted Open Radio, and he's got Bully Ray on there. Well, technically speaking, Bully Ray could qualify and be a digital media champion also.
Hey, you know who else could qualify? Mark Henry. Oh wait, he's AEW. Never mind.
Yeah.
And that bridge has already been burned long before the bridge that burned in London, England. Am I right? Get it? Actually, no. That bridge didn't burn. That bridge fell down.
No. Sorry. Nothing.
Come on.
Nope. Good effort. Double it. Hand it to the next person. Let's move on.
All right. Anyway, so yeah. So Channing Decker and Tommy Dreamer won the tag match.
All right, fantastic. That was easy. Let me see here. Be the Christmas Miracle is saying, thank you. My girlfriend had soup and pork chops waiting for dinner for us. We have family coming in for Christmas, and my family has her family. So she's kind of having me working hard right now. Holy shit.
I don't doubt it. We have plans ourselves for Christmas. We actually have a huge trip next week. We're going to be going to Holiday Matsuri, so that's going to be fun. We're going to be spreading some Christmas cheer for all our friends. And we also have our own Christmas plans at home. I've already sent out my Christmas cards to all my friends outside of Florida, and I have special Christmas gifts already for my dear family.
Please don't touch me.
That's right. This bald, beanie Santa Claus is ready for the season of giving.
I'm scared.
All right.
Why am I scared with the way you delivered that?
Now let's get to the other match that was in the vaults that was featured as in the main event time slot, and this is a one-on-one encounter between the Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander versus Yuya Uemura.
All right. Okay, now, like you mentioned here, Jose, Yuya Uemura, unfortunately, his contract with his time with Impact Wrestling ran out, so this was clearly a match that was put together before Yuya went ahead and waved goodbye as part of that Feast or Fired briefcase match thing.
Yeah, that bullcrap. I hate it. Yeah,
I'm still having nightmares of that goddamn the inventor of it, who I will not name. My girlfriend likes to supervise while I do all the heavy lifting, LOL, says Be the Christmas Miracle. Ow. Okay, that kind of works. That's sort of the way we run shit over at our house. Whenever the three of us have to do anything in the house over here, K-Storm is the one who manages while me and Jose are doing the heavy work. The grunt work.
Which is fine.
It's fine.
But that being said, Juan did bring up a very good point, and it was very weird for me to watch this match knowing that Yuya Uemura was no longer part of Impact.
Man.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, it
hurts. But that doesn't mean it was a bad match.
No. Far from it. It was actually a very good encounter.
All right. Tell us about the match itself. Let's try to focus on the positive.
Yeah.
Let's focus on the good.
Alexander was playing up as the de facto heel in this encounter, while Yuya Uemura was telling the story of being the conquering hero.
Yay.
Yep. Many times during the match, Josh Alexander pretty much had Yuya Uemura's number, hitting him with a series of technical moves, and pretty much just pulling the rug under Yuya anytime he gets any ounce of wind in his body. And
jerk! How dare you!
I mean, that's Josh Alexander for you.
Well, when you're being a heel, that's the job. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
How
dare you?
We got some really cool wrestling moves from both these guys. Alexander pulled out the Suplex City onto Yuya Uemura.
Oof.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty cray. And then we also got a change of stiff strikes, especially from Alexander. He did what he does. He has Yuya Uemura in a wrist lock, and then he does like a whipcord forearm smash. You know what I mean?
So in the wrist lock, yanks him forward and just
spins him with the arm and then hits him with a forearm smash.
Oh, ow!
Like a whipcord, yeah.
Ow, dick!
It's pretty dope. I've seen this happen before. It's awesome. I love it.
Almighty.
But yeah, no. But of course,
glitch right now. Give me a minute.
Yeah, go ahead. And then Josh Alexander tried to put away Yuya Uemura with the ankle lock submission, but Yuya would not tap out. He grabbed onto the ropes to break up the submission hold.
Ow! Okay. That when Josh Alexander starts whipping out the ankle lock, that's when you gotta have trouble written all over you over here in the chat. Be the Christmas Miracle saying, I've been a huge wrestling head since age 6. WWE has gotten good again with the Bloodline, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton being back. I'm starting to get disappointed with AEW.
Unfortunately, yeah, no, you are not wrong. I mean, right now, WWE is riding with all the star power, and with the departures of Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jade Cargill, and lots of other talent leaving AEW. Unfortunately, the shows have not and AEW have not been the same.
And that's actually going to be something that we're going to be discussing this Saturday night as part of our coverage of this week's episode of the Ravens Flock. So if we want to get more in depth, be sure to tune in then.
That being said, me and Juan, we do have our own personal favorite WWE wrestlers. Juan's all-time favorite is CM Punk. My favorite, while I like Punk, is Cody Rhodes.
Well, that's for the current roster. All-time greats for me is a tie between Mick Foley and Eddie Guerrero.
All-time greats for me is a tie between Rey Mysterio and... actually, no, it's a three-way tie. Rey Mysterio, Edge, and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Ah, damn. Okay, yeah, those are good choices there, Jose. And Vicente Guerrero is in the chat. It's like, looks like I missed most of the rewind. Better late than never. Yeah, no, dude, you're perfectly okay. And you are correct. It is better late than never. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind, Vicente.
So, as Yuya Uemura tried to regain his momentum, he goes over to the top turnbuckle. There was a struggle between him and Alexander. And after knocking Alexander off the top turnbuckle, Yuya Uemura tries to go for a flying crossbody, but Josh Alexander intercepts and knocks him down with a stiff right hand right to Yuya Uemura and tried to go for a pin, but Yuya was able to kick out after 2.
Whoa!
Undertaker.
Oh, god dang.
You know what? Yeah, respect.
Be the Christmas Miracles is his favorite all-time is The Undertaker. Yeah, easy. No problems there, no notes.
Yep. Very good. Yuya Uemura is right now running on empty. He tries to get back on his feet, but he's just staggering at this point. And then Alexander tries to lock in the C4 spike. Yuya Uemura tried to roll up Alexander for the pin, and that was his last attempt at victory. As Josh Alexander hits Yuya Uemura with another forearm, it's right to the face, before finally putting him down with the C4 spike. Your winner, Josh Alexander.
Ow, shit. Now, obviously, a valiant effort on the part of Yuya Uemura, showing how versatile the guy can be. I really wish that we could see him more on stateside pro wrestling programming. It looks like he's got a lot to offer. I pray to whichever psychotic deities govern this misbegotten universe that somehow, some way, someday, Yuya Uemura makes his way to the big leagues in the WWE. That would be awesome. Wouldn't it be cool to see him pop in on somewhere like NXT to begin with?
Absolutely, and why not? Right now, the wrestlers like Akira Tozawa, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Io Sky and the returning Kairi Sane are all getting.
Don't forget Asuka
and Asuka are all getting their opportunity at the spotlight.
Right, we're getting the fans of Japanese pro wrestlers. They're eating good over in the land of the giants over here. So seeing Yuya Uemura, he's got some charisma to him. It's just helping him polish up in terms of cutting promos and stuff and being part of that. Yeah, no, I see it happening, but hell of a send-off, hell of a match, especially from going up against a total unit like Josh Alexander when you compare the guys in terms of size.
Absolutely, and this has been awesome. It's been great, and I love it. Juan, ring the bell.
Don't mind if I do.
All right, so the hidden gems, the matches that didn't make it on TV, those are pretty damn good. I actually saw some other matches that didn't make it on TV. There was an all right match between Deonna Purrazzo and Taylor Wilde. There was another. Let's see. And the tag match, the tag matches. I would have to say the Knockouts tag match was definitely much more enjoyable than the one featuring Dirty Dango and Tommy Dreamer. And of course, Josh Alexander winning the main event. While predictable, it was still a great encounter for Yuya Uemura, and I also wish him the best of luck in wherever he wrestles. Now,
real quick, Vicente was actually asking, why is Yuya even leaving Impact anyway? From what we saw, it's actually that his contract with Impact ran out, so they needed a reason for him to be written off and be written out. So when they had that Feast or Fired briefcase match, like a couple of weeks ago, or a month or so ago, Yuya Uemura drew the briefcase where he was fired.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, so sadly that was what happened with Yuya Uemura there. That's how they wrote him off, but yeah, he's not an Impact. Now, Vicente was also saying you're the second best Eddie I've been in the ring with. CM Punk basically saying Kingston was no Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh,
easily.
I know, right?
Let's see here. And Be the Christmas Miracle is glad for the return of TNA wrestling. We're glad to see that too. We're hoping to see if it's been able to shake off enough of the old baggage of the old way of TNA having been presented, keeping with the current crop and the current generation of the Impact wrestlers. And Be the Christmas Miracle is saying, unfortunately, I don't think TNA or AEW will ever be anywhere near as good as the WWE.
No, but you're not wrong. But AEW will definitely continue to swing for the fences and try,
even though they're playing tetherball.
Yeah. That being said, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite was also pretty good. The Continental Classic matches were fun. My favorite, of course, is Andrade versus Brody King, and I actually did enjoy the main event between Moxley and Swerve Strickland. The women's division is continuing to go all the way under. Man, I just don't. It's hard to get behind a babyface who doesn't show up every week on Dynamite. Like, what's even the point in having Riho signed onto your roster? Like, it's so ridiculous. It's so egregious.
Joe, she's the greatest Joshi of all time, don't you know?
Oh, God.
Kenny Oblivious seems to believe so.
Oh, speaking of Kenny Oblivious, that promo segment, woo! That did not help anybody involved at all. Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Ricky Starks did not benefit from that segment, not one bit.
No, I just as I was pulling up my stuff over here to do the research for all this stuff for tonight, I found that Matthew of Botchamania has already clipped that segment up.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, AEW. You gave Matthew some material.
Yay!
Also, I forgot to point out, and this is my bad on the review, a few seconds before the show closed, after the main event match, we actually went backstage to the parking lot, and Hangman Adam Page was ambushed by the Devil's minions, and the Devil showed up in his car, and the Devil's minions slammed Hangman Adam Page back first onto the windshield of the car, onto the real glass. So that already clues you of where it's going.
It's got to be fucking Jungle Jackoff. He's the only one.
Yeah.
But at least that's what they're alluding to now with the real glass. Go cry me a river bullshit.
It's real glass. Go cry me a river.
That's stupidity. I hate the fact that we have to acknowledge that as something that happened.
We could make fun of it and make jokes out of it.
Yeah, true, but it's not the same.
Now, this week's edition of WWE NXT, the fallout from NXT Deadline, was pretty darn fun. We got the introduction of the participants for the NXT's breakout tournament.
And then Lexus King decided to
insert himself.
Yeah, to freaking press gang himself into the tournament for the sake of extra accolades. Like, fuck you, buddy. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, smart thinking there, guy. Yeah, no, my favorites to come out of the tournament, of course, is Lexus King and Riley Osborne. I did enjoy the North American Championship match with Dragon Lee and Tyler Bate, two in-ring performers who outdid themselves 100%. The women's tag match I did like between Nikita Lyons and Lyra Valkyria versus Cora Jade and Blair Davenport. That match was great, but like I said, I ranked the North American title match as my favorite match of the night because, damn, that had a lot of energy, and these guys were putting on a clinic, okay?
It was very nicely done. I am very happy to see that match. It was excellent.
That being said, I'm close to being lost in the freaking storyline of who attacked who with Trick and Carmelo. Like, WWE, just do it already. Just
make up your mind.
Make up your mind. Drop the shoe and get it over with.
In the chat, Be the Christmas Miracle, he's saying, I wonder if Moxley regrets leaving WWE. Moxley has had some great matches in AEW, don't get me wrong. Here's a question. There are a lot of us that had hoped for the return of Uncle Howdy as a way to honor Bray Wyatt, right? Wasn't that supposed to be Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy?
It was, yeah, it is. It was actually. It was him as Uncle Howdy, and he was at the Royal Rumble this year, and he was the one that jumped off and hit LA Knight, and then pyros went off.
And then, unfortunately, Bray Wyatt passed away. We're talking about Bo Dallas returning as Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, he
did continue.
To continue it. Oh, that we don't know.
We don't know. Like, I'll bet you they're probably waiting. As far as any Wyatt-based angle, they're probably waiting for a little extra time to pass for the Rotunda family to get through their grief, and or they want to also include Alexa Bliss as part of it because she was his like evil Harley Quinn sidekick to the Fiend. So maybe they're waiting for her to be able to come back after.
Yeah, pulling the trigger right now would not be a good time because you got to imagine that the Rotunda family, including Bo Dallas, must be dealing with a lot of anguish losing his brother.
They're still probably dealing with a lot of shit there, so not exactly sure. Either that, or they probably decided to scrap it entirely to be respectful and let the Fiend pass over here,
which is just as fine.
And I'll tell you right now, Moxley definitely does not regret leaving WWE. He's more free than he's ever been in his entire life.
You know what? Yeah,
he's getting to be the deathmatch king he's always been.
You know, me and Juan will have different opinions about Jon Moxley.
He's gonna drink all the blood,
but
he's gonna eat the flesh.
But you know,
he's gonna get all the gigs.
Okay, you could stop on. We get the point.
No. The one who gets the point is Moxley, especially if you involve him with that pizza cutter motherfucker. All edge, no point. And Vicente Guerrero in the chat saying Hangman and a Page with real glass slams means he'll be drinking some more painkillers.
Oh, whatever.
Glug,
he
glug,
could
glug.
go Crimea River.
Glug, glug, glug.
Anyways, so that about does it for the review for this week. Now, we do have some announcements. Since next week, we're going to be taking the road one more time, traveling to Holiday Matsuri for Wednesday, December 20th till Friday, December 22nd. This does mean that we will not be streaming our shows next week. So next week, there will not be an edition of the Black Files, Wrestle Rewind, no Los Amigos Playing, and no Ravens Flop, because at that point, we will be exhausted. We will be car-lagged, my friends.
But if you want to be part of the action, say hi to us at Holiday Matsuri. Did we freeze? There we go.
Holiday Matsuri. It's over at the Orlando World Center Marriott in Orlando, Florida for the final time.
Well, not that the convention itself is ending. It's just that this is going to be the last time it's going to be held at this venue, and it's going to be held during a weird holiday week/weekend. It's Wednesday, December 20th through Friday, December 22nd next week.
We have a great rapport with the folks running Holiday Matsuri every year, and we've enjoyed it, and we've enjoyed our time over there. And we're going to have a lot of fun this coming week. And if you're there, be sure to catch us. We're going to be around collecting videos and photos, and we're going to be meeting a lot of cosplayers, handing out all sorts of holiday goodies for everyone.
And we'll also see if we'll catch some glimpses of some of the guests over here, including Alejandro Saab, Dante Basco, J. Michael Tatum, Karen Ashley, the second Yellow Power Ranger,
Erica Lindbeck, and Brandon McInnes,
and Jen Cohn, along with gaming personalities Shark Party, Proton John, Justin Wong, Reggie, Wooly, Purblind, and Starry X Mary.
Yep, and we also have some VTuber guests like Monarch, Shia Bun, Sayu VTuber. We got Buff Pup, Eye Candy. We also have AI Candy. We also have Rose Doodle,
Techie Cutie, Bowie Afuru, Mila Marlenka, Chio Moberi, and Girl DM.
And we also have some great cosplay guests. We have Allison Tabitha coming back. We also have Kia Nocturne, Shema of Twin Cosplays. We also have the iconic Yaya Han, who
the world ambassador of cosplay, the queen of cosplay herself, Yaya Han.
Yes, indeed.
It's not. We've got Ludus Cosplay, Miss Vane, Tris Rex Studios. Let's see.
Hoku Pops.
Cowbuck Crunchies, Gnomes of Be More Shonen.
Patrick Bubble Pop.
Pantarona Cosplay, Asta Darling. Many of Be More Shonen, Nightmare.
Okay, the list is going to continue. A lot of folks are going to be there, Juan. I think we're good.
We got musical guests who are going to be DJing all weekend long. We have idol guests as well who are going to be there all weekend long. And additional guests including Urahime, Harfi, the Stripper Vash, Madam Adam, Martina Brookshire, Andrew J. Allendy, and drag performer extraordinaire Oriana Perron, who was just recently announced.
All right, so if you're there and if you see us, come wave and say hi. I mean, the best way to catch us is to find me. I am tall, I am bald, and I'll be wearing sunglasses. I am hard to miss.
Also, Jose's going to be having a bag of tricks with him. He's going to have a bag of goodies. It's going to be incredible. You want the goodies that we're going to give you. They're amazing. You want it.
Yes, you do. All right.
So definitely, folks, if you're going to be in the Orlando if you're going to be in the Orlando area, feel free to join us at Holiday Matsuri. Join the Ravens flock at this seminal anime convention, folks. Be sure to pick up your tickets if you haven't done so already at holidaymatsuri.com.
And that being said, I guess as far as announcements goes, that's all I've got. So, Juancho, go ahead and plug us away.
I will in a moment over here because I want folks to be able to see where to go. Where to go at Hallmat. Here, and here, and here. I think that's just about done. Let's see here. Let's see. I don't know how to feel about the Elite with Hangman, the Bucks, and Omega. I'm not sure I like those guys.
None of us do.
Water's wet.
Water is wet. None of us do.
Vicente Guerrero, it's cool. Have fun on the trip. And Omega is sort of fun and Hangman, but fuck the Young Bucks. Fuck them both.
Indeed.
You're damn right.
Yes.
I think now I should go ahead and plug us away, Jose.
Do it.
Thank you very much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose as he reviews for you the best of the worst of three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling. Step into the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and follow button, ring the notification bell, stay up to date on all our content, become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of the Wrestle Rewind. I'm Jose Casabona, this is Juan Arouse, and this is Wrestling.